What'd you guys do outside?
Stuff. We played Uno.
I always knew I wanted to be a mom. And so I think, being pregnant is like your dream coming true. But it's always in the back of your mind thinking about the things that can go wrong. And you worry about the hopes and dreams, that you have for your kids. We have 3 girls. The oldest is Julia, she's 12, and then Emily's 10. Caitlin is almost 8. They're really good and sweet and kind.
They're so empathetic and, fun and really the highlight of our life. But we like to play games, like board games. But we also like to read. It's fun to read before they go to bed. We were always busy with work and family and other things, but I don't think we realized how much free time we had before we had kids.
She was always very difficult to feed. It was always hard to get her to eat. So when Julie was 5, I said something to our pediatrician, like, her toes are blue, that's not normal. She would go to gymnastics with 3 or 4 of her friends from school, and I would just watch class after class after class. She couldn't even do a forward roll. She was so weak. And then I see, her versus her friends, and every week they were kind of advancing and getting better. It's so hard because I feel like a lot of times we're just thinking she was lazy. And thinking back, I feel terrible about it. But that was really the start. She just didn't have any energy. She'd always ask us to carry her.
And then one day we were
He went on a bike ride with her. And it was like a bike ride that they had done a number of times.
It was about 20 feet in. She's like, I can't pedal anymore. My legs are so tired. That's when I knew, wow, something is seriously wrong. I mean, she's 5. She's excited about doing this. I'm a pediatric cardiologist, so I took her and I did an echo myself. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's got something wrong with her heart. And then we took her to the pediatrician. And I think we were really lucky. The pediatrician was really great and connected us to the right people. And we saw the neuromuscular team. She even had an EMG, a nerve muscle test, and she was diagnosed with an overlap form of juvenile systemic sclerosis. She has really tightening of her skin. So if you ask her to make a fist, she can only sort of go like this. And with that, it's not just the skin that's getting tight, it's also affecting some of the internal organs. So it was affecting her esophagus, or feeding tube was getting stiff, so it was harder for her to sort of swallow and push food down. It was affecting her GI tract in terms of her absorption of food and nutrients, so she had lost weight. She was having a lot of muscle weakness, so it was hard for her to sort of getting up from a sitting position.
It was definitely scary. For Julia, day-to-day life, just learning how to take all of her meds, she really did a great job with it. It was not something she liked to do, but she was tough about it and she did it. I mean, there was a long time where it was pretty hard.
You think about what your kid's life is going to be like, and I think that was hard to sort of get that diagnosis and sort of think about what her life would be like.
Little did we know that girl. I mean, she's unbelievable. She's amazing, and she can really do anything. And she doesn't let it affect her.
You can't really see there's anything wrong, but you can see she struggles sometimes in the morning and she's sore and her joints hurt. But she's able to persevere and go to school, and she takes a very optimistic view of life, and I feel very grateful now. We're in a much better position than I thought we would have been when we first had that diagnosis.
In the summer of 2022, we went to Bass Lake, and I think I wanted to write this story because every time I think back to it, it just makes me so happy. It was perfect, And I want to go back every summer because it was so awesome, just the things that we did there. We returned to the boat and dried off. On our way back, we stopped and got ice cream. I got birthday cake ice cream.
When I got Julia's story, it's so special to me because I too was diagnosed with scleroderma around the same age she was. So learning about what she's been through, what her family's been through, I can relate with my whole heart and being. And so being able to go in and sit down with one of my writers and listen to just a fun story she had with her family. I think the most special thing to me about being involved with the foundation and meeting Julia and hearing her story is seeing how music can really bring people together and can touch people in so many different ways and make them feel like they are heard and they are not alone and they have somebody else to go through this journey with them. Hey guys, how are you? Come give a hug. Oh, it's so nice to meet you. Mom packed the car, Dad put his foot on the pedal. My sisters and me made a face when he played punk rock and metal. Emily and Kate on my left and the right, me in the middle with the dog. A 4-hour trip to the mountains seemed really, really long. Now it's not rainbows all the time, you gotta make your own sunshine. Even when everything's not going your way. Laughing on a jet ski, making real good memories. You gotta live life and make the best of every day. It was my excellent, very, very extraordinary trip to Bass Lake. It was my excellent, very, very extraordinary trip to Bass Lake.
Oh my God.
Oh, you guys got me.
That's the best song I've ever heard.
The song was incredible, really powerful, and that experience for her was really fantastic. And I think connecting with Ashley, who she looks up to as an amazing songwriter, amazing artist, and can look to her for inspiration, I think that was a really meaningful experience for her.
It really means a lot to me that like everyone put in so much hard work, and it's like really, really, really special to me. It's beautiful.